The tangent line problem. Find an equation of the line that is tangent to the graph of f and parallel to the given line. For this type of problem, I think it's best to look at the graph of both the function f and the line. Let's bring it over here. So we have this parabola, and then we have this line, and this is y equal to negative 4x minus 3. So we found the y-intercept is negative 3. And if we go down 4 and go over to the right 1, so go down 4, over to the right 1. Well, kind of off there, that point, but it's okay. You get the idea. So the idea here is that you want to be able to, here it says find the equation of the line that is tangent to the graph of L. Well, if it's tangent to this graph, let me draw that in red. I don't know why it likes to make this thick. But parallel to this line. So it's a graph, it's a line that's touching the curve and parallel to this black line, right? So this is f of x equals to 2x squared. In the equation in black, that line is y equal to negative 4x minus 3. We need to find this line in red. Now you notice from this equation that the slope just from algebra is equal to negative 4. So now what we need to find is first the slope of the tangent of f of x, which, going by the definition of the limit process, later on in the next section we give a simple formula for the derivative and you can just calculate it. And for many of you who've had calculus in high school, you know what that is. But here we act like we don't. So the first thing that we do, not red, we graph both equations, which we just got through doing. Secondly, find the derivative of f. Thirdly, and here, and you're going to find the slope of y. Thirdly, set both slopes equal. Remember, the derivative is the slope of the tangent. So set the slopes equal and solve for x. That x value will tell you this on the graph. It'll tell you what this point is here. Okay. Fourth, plug in that x value into the function. from step 3 into the function f of x, because you're looking for a point on the function. You don't plug in the x value into the line, because that'll give you back over again that same line that I have in black, that equation. You already have that. You're looking for this equation, this line equation that's in red. So when you do that, that's going to give you the y value, and so then you're going to have some x value and some y value, which you'll be finding this point here. And then number 5, now after you do that, you want to use the point slope equation to find the equation of the line. That is y minus y sub 1. You have that as y sub 1, x sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So, considering these steps, let's begin. F of x is equal to 2x squared. So f prime of x is equal to the limit as delta x goes to 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x all over delta x. This is the limit as delta x goes to 0. The function is 2x squared. So this is 2 times x plus delta x to be squared minus the function f of x, which is just minus 2x squared all over delta x. F prime of x is this limit as delta x goes to 0. It's supposed to be going to 0. Simplify all of this. This is 2x squared plus 2x delta x times 2 is 4x delta x plus delta x to be squared minus 2x squared all over delta x. Now the 2x squares cancel out. We have the limit as delta x goes to 0. And we have 4x delta x plus delta x squared, factor out of delta x up top. And this is times parentheses 4x plus delta x. And that's all over delta x. Delta x is cancel out. We have the limit as delta x goes to 0 of 4x plus delta x. 4x plus delta x, not 4x plus 4x. As delta x goes to 0, this limit of 4x is equal to 4x. So that's step number 2. Find the derivative of f, and you find the slope of y. Well, the slope of y is equal to -4. Step number 3, set the slopes equal and solve for x. So we have 4x is equal to, from the slope from the line, the slope is equal to -4. That implies that x is equal to -1. If x is equal to -1, step number 4 said plug in the x value from step 3 into the function f of x. So here we have f of -1 is equal to 2 times -1 to be squared. That gives us 2. So the point on the curve f is -1, 2. So now we use the point slope form to find the equation of the line. So two things we have. We have the point and the slope. The slope is equal to -4. Parallel lines have the same slope. So the slope is equal to -4. I have the point and the slope, so we use the point slope form to solve for the equation of the line. So we have y minus y sub 1, which is just y minus 2 is equal to the slope -4 times x minus the -1. So we have y minus 2 is equal to -4. This is plus 1, so this is -4 times a positive 1 is just -4, -4x. -4 times x. This is plus 1, -4 times 1 is -4. And so y is equal to -4x. Add the 2 to both sides. We get -2. And that's the equation that you want.